Our farm is here to remind people of why we need to eat. We're creating beautiful, organically grown vegetables full of nutrition and giving back to the earth what it gives up. We haven't forgotten, and we want to make sure that others don't forget either.
There's two main reasons why this is important. One is it's organic, and two, it's local.
We're located at the Wellwood Farm, a farm that was created in 1911. It was a plot of land of 112 acres, located on the south side of Warncliffe Road between London and Lambeth. The soil was good, although it was said that some parts were infested with Canadian thistle and bindweed. It was William Weld's belief, who died in 1891, that farming was a profession and that farmers required professional training. Because of his beliefs, he created a journal known as the Farmer's Advocate. And it's our hope from the City Farming Project that we resurrect that publication and begin again that tradition of bringing together impossible dreamers.
We came here in January and he said, oh yeah, you can have this part. So we had to solve every problem one at a time, including the first one was to get somebody to plow it.
But this land hasn't been farmed for about 10 years. So it was overtaken by wild mustard and twitchgrass. And thanks to about 15 people who came out from land, we were able to save the garden, and that's why we're able to eat today.
This community has provided some volunteer help.
We are hosting a small garden in our backyard, which is part of the bigger garden. We live in the Blackfriars neighborhood, and a few months ago Rose told us about the project, and we have a nice big backyard which wasn't being used. So she came over one day with Wayne and with the rototiller and tilled up the backyard, and we planted 50 pounds of potato, which is going to be in the baskets in the next coming weeks.
It's just a really neat thing to be part of in our small way, and we're just so hopeful that it continues to keep growing.
So I started working at the farm maybe a month and a half ago, and I met Rose through the Regional Social Forum, where I heard her speak on the panel on food and on agriculture. Immediately I was just drawn to it. I thought it was a wonderful thing, and I've sort of been looking for something like this for a while to get involved with. So I come here every Friday morning, and we string up tomato plants or till a new vegetable bed or harvest peas, and it's wonderful, and I'm learning so much. And I recently started a garden in my backyard, and I'm really an amateur, so I learned a lot from Rose from working here. I've seen the most incredible caterpillars and butterflies and birds. I've learned what a black walnut looks like.
My husband and I have owned this shop for 28 years. We're happy to support city farming, and this was great to have some fresh vegetables daily. We're looking forward to doing it again next year.
Soil, mixing up soil. The reason we're doing this is illustrated by here. The soil is very, very heavy clay, and this is supposed to be spinach. You can see a few plants here, and there's supposed to be 3 rows here. Nothing grew because it can't get up through this heavy clay. So then we invented this other method, and you can see our beans here. They were planted 4 days ago, and the trick is to put some of this light soil on top of them so they don't get a big crust. And that's it. We're going to put some of this and some of this here, which is the mix that we use to start seeds in. It's not really soil. And we'll mix it up. So it does 2 things. It marks out the rows nicely, and it helps them get out through the soil.
How you feed the vegetables changes how they taste and what's in them and how good they are for you. So that's what's really important to know about this project. Wood ash, that's great for beets, It's all basically just creating a forum for each plant, what they need. So we start with the raw stuff, the real stuff, wood ash, cow manure, and sea kelp. And depending on the variety of plant, we formulate what's necessary to keep it happy. This is our manure tea. There's a wee bit of wood ash in it as well. Something that I thought was kind of important for vines to grow with. There's no scent whatsoever to this manure. It's because it's been properly composted. This is our manure tea.
Organic vegetables, a lot of people are asking, do we offer organic vegetables? People are concerned about pesticides.
When you add stuff to the soil, it matters. For example, if you have a huge crop, you can't possibly add what's necessary in a reasonable way. The beans that are across the field from us, there's just no way that those guys could hand pull the way we did. There's just no way they can feed them with sea kelp or wash them with dish soap if the bugs come after them. There's no interest in doing that. But my beans are way different than the ones across the field. Ours are healthy for us and for the soil and for the critters around us, and that matters.
Growing organic and growing locally, it's a labor-intensive thing, it's not a capital-intensive thing, so it's really hard for a big corporation to make money off of it, and that's why we're losing it in our society.
Sustainable agriculture is something that everyone beats the drum about, but nobody gives any consideration to anyone who is growing food, even the farmers themselves, because they've been indoctrinated into this mono-farming culture. Don't even think of me as a farmer because I have such a diverse crop. And having said that, I don't know a farmer who doesn't have a second job. The farmers that have sold out to monocropping, they have to have a second job to maintain massive, unrealistic crops. The deck is stacked.